I can go faster. I think I can go faster. Hi guys. Welcome to For the Love of Cars, the channel where we break down, we talk about the best cars for Ugandan roads. Today, we have a legendary, very popular, and let's call it the Toyota Passo. Now, this compact car here is not only affordable, fuel efficient, and easy to maintain, it's also not so hard to push, as you can see. I've pushed it. Now, is this car the right for you? Stick around. We're going to dive into the history, why it was created, what it does best, and which people should be buying it. Parking. I can go faster. I can go faster. Like Superman. It's not the way. Give me what I need. Give you what you need. Boy, now cause a service. My body, my looks, be quick to fire. Girl, you got me feeling hot. On Sabalaza, I'm feeling blinder. If you go to all about tossing, Kuabu, owning and that them would chupa. The Toyota Passo was introduced in 2004 as a joint project between Toyota and Daihatsu. Actually, it's known as the Daihatsu Boon in some countries. This compact hatchback you see here comes either with a 1 liter or a 1.3 liter engine. Boxy design, gives you plenty of headroom in there, and comes with five doors. 2 driver, passenger, and then of course the boot. That makes it a 5-door hatchback. The Toyota Passo, introduced in 2004, came with a 1KR engine, which was a 1 liter. There are some Passos that came with a 1.3 liter engine, which is also the 2SZ. When introduced in 2004, this car came with a 1 liter engine or a 1.3 liter engine. The 1KR is a very popular engine that comes with these particular models, either one in 2004 to 2010 or 2010 to 2016. The 1KR gives you about 71 horsepower. Now, later on, around 2016, they brought about the 1KR VTE engine. Very good fuel mileage, gives you more horsepower, about 98 horsepower. Now, there's also the 1NR engine, which is popular with the new Toyota Vitz and also these new Toyota Passos, which gives you about 75 horsepower. The Toyota Passo, introduced in 2004, came with the popular 1KR engine, the one seated in this 2012 Passo as well. It gives you 999 cc. That's what we know it as. You don't know cc. It also came with the 1NR, which is a 1.3 liter. However, I've time and time again recommended for you to buy the 1 liter 1KR because, well, when you buy a 1 liter engine, you know you're buying a weak engine, so you drive it like a weak engine. However, when you buy a 1.3 liter engine, you think you have bought everything on earth. You drive it like a 1.5 liter engine, and in the end, the 1NR engine is never really as reliable as you want it to be. The first generation was produced between 2004 and 2010, and then in 2010, they introduced this model, from 2010 until 2016. And in 2016, you people that are bought the newer models of the Passo, that is what you're buying. But today, this right in front of us is a 2012 model. It's what we're going to look at. Let me just show you the engine. So this is the 1KR engine. This is also popular with the Toyota Vitz. I've driven it in like 4 cars personally, not this Passo particularly, but I've driven this in the Toyota Vitz. Very reliable if you drive it like a normal car. This gives you between 68 to 71 horsepower. When you sit in this car, you actually, apart from being on the outside, on the inside, yes, you see there's shrinkage of space, but in actual sense, the space, the comfort is a real car. You drive this for 3 days and then you'll get used to the car. It gives you very comfy seats. They have a lot of foam in them. Gives you storage space here, 110. The central lock of this car works in a funny way. Let me show you. That's how you engage the central lock. And it has standard windows, up and down. It has air conditioning. This radio, that's the radio that came with it from the bone. It has standard airbags for safety. It doesn't have the side airbags there. It has standard seat belts. Very standard as well, but very good space if you have akana akato namutambula osoroka tuuza wano, but we have only seat belts for 2 people. And it has plenty of headroom space here. And if you're tall, it goes all the way that side. So it's actually quite comfortable. Let me show you behind. When you come behind, it also gives you a lot of space. And I just want to make sure I'm seeing the right thing. It should have seat belts for 3 people. Yes, it has seat belts for 3 people. And of course, but that's seat belt for 2. And then of course, seat belts for 3 people. Let me see if I sit up to here. Space. And then of course the third one. I don't know if it would go up a hill with all these 3 people, but I find that one thing I like about this model of the Passo is it's very, very comfortable. It gives you plenty of headroom. Let's look at the boat. We put some of our bags in here, and I find that the boat is actually big enough. So, and then you can load more stuff in here. And then it comes with a spare tire. Jack, the spare tire has been used. Yeah. So I find that it actually gives you enough space. Yeah. Now, who should be buying this car? It depends on who. If you're a single person, you're just starting to date, have a very small family, this would be a very perfect car. I love the design of the lights. Yeah, and of course the Passo badge here, Toyota badge. I find that I like it, but let's experience this car on the road. Turayo, let's experience this car on the road. It actually handles like a normal car. It handles like a normal car. I think, okay, it doesn't have as much power as the cars that will give you 150, 200 horsepower. But I find that the 1KR with its 70 horsepower is quite sufficient, and that's where the fuel efficiency. It shows me here in the average fuel mileage that it gives me about 12.5 kilometers per liter, which is not as impressive as I would want to feel driving this particular one, but it's quite good. Let's just see how it handles on the speed limit here is 70. It has a good kick down. It has a very good kick down. So I find that with the speed limits that we have in our Kampala here, I find that it's actually fine. It handles very well, because remember, most of the roads I'll tell you the speed limit is 30, 50. It doesn't normally go beyond 70 kilometers per hour. This Toyota Passo is actually, you see how I'm seated in it, it's an actual car. But in case you don't want to buy a Passo, you find it a little bit small, or you're a big person, or you have a big family, or you need more extra space, the Vitz is the other alternative you can buy. We'll review it at a later time. But I find that the Toyota Passo is quite sufficient. Now, do I find the pricing fair? 25, 24, 23. Some Passos go up to 28 million shillings. I find that for that amount of money, I could buy a Ractis, I could buy a Sienta, I could add a little bit more money and then buy myself an Auris. There are so many cars that you can buy instead of the Passo. But for someone that is just learning how to drive, you have a small family, this car is very easy to maneuver anywhere. And as you saw, I also pushed it. Thank you very much for being part of this episode of The Love of Cars. I'll see you next time. Ciao.